Hey everyone, so I'm wearing no makeup today because I'm going to be showing you guys how to shape your own brows at home. So to do this we're going to need a spoolie. We are also going to need a brow pencil or just simply a brush and some eyeshadow. I'm also going to be using some tweezers today and I'm using these Tweezerman tweezers. This video is not sponsored, however some of the tools and products today that I'm using have been sent to me as PR. I will simply let you know which ones they are in the description box below if you want to know. Now let's get into the video. So your eyebrows make such a big difference to your face. Honestly, there is so much you can do with them, so many different shapes, so many different thicknesses, lengths. So what we want to do to start off with is remove all makeup. We want a nice, clean, fresh eyebrow face to start with. So we're going to get started by marking up the face. So we're going to use this spoolie and pencil. It's like double-sided. We're going to measure where the front of the brow should start. So using this pencil as a guide, a lot of times people start from the edge of the nose, but you don't want to do that. You want to start from the edge of the tip. So we're going to just simply measure where our brow should start. So once you've done a little guide, you can go in and straighten that up. And we're just going to measure on the other side too. Then using this same guide, we're going to use the pencil. We're going to look straight ahead, either into a mirror or a mirror that's on the wall, and we're going to put the pencil so it goes from the tip up through where the centre of the eye is, and wherever it lands, that's where your arch wants to be. And then for the outside, we're going to go from the tip again to the corner of the eye and out. So we never want the tail of the brow to come lower than the front, and this is because if it does, it kind of drags the face down, and we just want to help our brows just accentuate basically what's there. We don't want it to make things look worse. So the best way to do this, so come to the front of the brow and then just draw a line so that you know you don't want the tail to come any lower than this. What we're actually going to do now is draw in a box around the shape of our brows that we want. So what I like to do is start from underneath, follow the shape I want. Now this doesn't have to be the shape of your brows now, it's the shape we ultimately are working towards. Once we've done that, we're going to join where the arch line is. We're going to then now come down to where this line is, where we can't go any lower then. And then we're just going to go from the top and then meet that line again. So now we know where we don't want to touch. What we're going to do is just simply wipe off all these extra guides we had on earlier. Literally, you can use your fingers, they just come off. The best thing about using pencil to map your brows out is that it rubs straight off. So if you think, you know what, I think I want them a little bit further apart, just simply wipe off, redraw. So easy. And also, you can play about with the shape. So what we're going to do now is start to remove the hair. So we're going to take the spoolie and we're going to brush up all the brow hair. Just going to gently, don't pull hard, but just gently pull the skin so it's nice and tight, and we're going to begin tweezing the hairs away, pulling in the same direction the hair's growing. And we're just tweezing any hair that falls underneath this line. What we're going to do now is actually take the spoolie again and we're going to brush all the hair down just like this, and we're going to tweeze any hairs that are on top. These are likely to be super fine, so there's not going to be many there, it's just more the dark ones that you can see. As you can see here, I'm just using a spoolie to hold down any of these hairs, and then I'm just tweezing what's above. Once we've done the underneath and on top, we're just going to do the centre now. So literally just taking your tweezers and we're just going to simply go through the entire centre. But once we've tweezed the brows and we're pretty happy with how the shape's looking, what we're going to do is mix up some tint. I will link this down in the description. So I'm using shade Natural Brown, and I'm just going to mix it up. We're going to start from the tail and work our way in. So using an angled brush that I would normally do my eyebrows with, I feel like this gives you the best precision. So we're going to start applying the tint. Now you want to focus the majority of the product on the outside and the tail. What I'm going to do now is just wipe off whatever is on my brush, and then I'm just applying what I can through the front, so it's a lot less product. So tint is great because it helps to pick up on any of them really small fine hairs that you don't necessarily see normally, and it just makes your brows look so much thicker because of that. Once we've done one side, we're going to repeat on the other, and then just leave it on for about 5 minutes and I will be right back. So my alarm's just gone off to tell me to take off the tint, so we are going to. So I've just got 2 wet cotton pads. I'm going to start from the front and work all the way back, and then we're going to just make sure all the product's removed. And don't forget that the pencil's still there, so it might take a little bit extra to get that off. But what I'm just doing is taking a little bit of my Dr. Pawpaw Original. I've just put a tiny bit through my fingers and I'm just tapping it onto the actual hair, trying to avoid where we've just tweezed. And then I'm just going to take the spoolie back through again, and this will just help hold the hairs in place for a little bit and also just give them a bit of conditioning since we've just tinted them. And then just smooth them edges. And this is the end result, so I'm going to zoom you in so you can have a look. So I hope you've enjoyed this little brow tutorial on how to shape your own brows at home. Super easy, even if you just do the tweezing bit. It's just such a great easy way to map out your brows and just have a bit of guidance and reassurance that where you're tweezing isn't going to ruin the shape you want later on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Have a lovely day.